Yeah, here we are.
Mr. Duncan Wood, how are you?
Mate, I'm good. How are you?
I'm well,
Awesome.
well. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
First of all, I wanted to say thank you for producing my music for over 15 years and video clips as well.
Thank you. Welcome.
2 films together. How have you put up with me for 15 years?
Well, I got lessons from your wife.
It must have been lessons on steroids.
It was. No, it was good. No, you've been a pleasure to deal with, as always. So it's fantastic.
No,
and we always love being creative together. That's the most important thing.
Absolutely,
So, yeah.
absolutely. So talking about the creative side, you've been a musician for 50 years.
Nearly, yeah.
Yeah, amazing. A producer for 40-something years, 40 plus, whatever. And filmmaking as well. How do you go about changing those hats?
For me, the creative process is pretty much the same no matter what you're doing. You come up with a concept, you come from concept to how to do it, and then from how to do it to making it reality. So whether I'm producing an album or a video clip or a documentary or a film, it really is the same thing. You've got to come up with the concept first, so the concept for the song or the concept for the documentary. Then you work out who the players are, in a sense of musician players or actors or whatever it may be. Get the right people involved. And then from there, you make the thing a reality. So it's always been a collaboration of trying to make my thoughts and my ideas to gel with the other person's thoughts and ideas. And together we achieve a fantastic result. So that's why I love it. So regardless of what I'm doing, it's all the creative process, which I love, and collaboration.
Yeah,
so,
wow. Is there one that you like a little bit more than the others, or like children where you just love all of them?
Well, I've been obviously a music producer for 44 years, so music's my go-to. Like if in the old days I was called a record producer, but nowadays you tend to get called a multimedia producer because you're doing everything to do with multimedia, vision, audio, the whole thing.
Sure.
But I realised early on that the music and the video thing had to be combined. So I got straight into learning the skills of doing film and video, particularly in the corporate world. I was doing quite a few commercials and ads, and that sort of got me started in that. But always came back to applying what I learned to the music, whether it be people I'm producing or my own stuff or Caroline's stuff as well, obviously. So,
Sure.
So music first and then video second. But nowadays they're so closely tied, So yeah.
It's almost the same thing, isn't it? And you're married to Caroline Taylor Knight?
That's right. I have the pleasure.
Absolutely. And so she crossed that boundary and married her producer.
She did. She always used to say that he was so good he married me. So it always makes me feel good. So I can't help that.
Fantastic. And we actually made 2 films together as well, which were shown on Asian TV. And
yeah, the documentary we did, which was to do with your world, the soccer world, which was always something interesting. I always had a love for soccer because my family, coming from Scotland, my dad also was actually a part-time referee.
Right.
And when he came to Australia, I was born in Australia. We used to always watch the FA Cup every year religiously at like 2 a.m. when they used to broadcast satellite. And we loved soccer. So when we met and you had a history in soccer, it seemed like an automatic progression to let's make a doco about soccer.
Yeah.
So the last 2 docos have been soccer based, Even though we make it more about the people,
the
soccer is the backdrop and it's more about relationships. It still has that soccer background, which I think is wonderful.
Yeah, fantastic. And you've obviously been, anyone that's been in the industry this long, especially on the production side of things, would have seen huge changes in the industry.
Oh, humongous,
Humongous.
Well, I go back to analog tape days, obviously,
right,
where we used to, if you wanted to edit something, you'd actually get a razor blade out and cut the tape,
okay.
Stick it back together again. Now that's so simple using things like Pro Tools.
Sure.
You are cutting it, but you're just cutting digital stuff, and it's so easy to put together. If you make a mistake, you can undo it.
Yep.
But in the old days, you made a mistake, it was done.
Yeah, okay.
So it was very different. And also the way we record, the recording process, even the mixing process, everything is advanced. And for some ways it's better, and for some ways maybe not as good. But at the end of the day, it's about the end result, not the tools. So, yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So you're going to play us a couple of songs tonight. Now, you've always been so busy producing everybody else's music, including mine, that we're so looking forward to you putting some of your songs out finally.
Well, it's the old story. A builder never gets to build his own house. A plumber's always got lousy plumbing in his house. As a producer, I never get to do my own stuff, even though I've got songs piling up in the background. So I've sort of made a bit of a goal this year to get my collection of favourite sort of probably 12, 13 songs done, which I'm in the middle of working on. So the couple you're going to hear later on are going to be on that collection. So I'm really looking forward to it because it's something I'm passionate about. And I love songwriting. It's such a beautiful process. So, yeah.
Fantastic. Well, let's go and have a listen to them. Let's go and make
good.
some noise.
Let's do it.
Well, Dunk, welcome.
Good to see you.
Welcome to Sharpy's. What do you think?
Yeah, it's good.
You like it?
I saw it when I came in. It looked great. It looks even better from the stage.
Thank you. Well, there was COVID and there was no venue, so we just thought we'd build our own. Here we
Fantastic.
are.
It's fantastic.
So, Dunk, you are the king of love songs, mate. There's no doubt about that. So, what are you going to play for us today?
Well, I've always produced all sorts of albums from heavy metal right through to country and everything in between, but I tend to lean towards love songs, like you said. So I've got a couple for you. I know one you like, but I'm going to do the first one is called Lovers Tonight.
Beautiful.
And I won't be winking at you while I'm singing it. So it goes a little like this. I'll just use piano for this one. So it's called Lovers Tonight.
I saw you again last night, and it felt so right. Walking arm in arm down Main Street without a care. Remembering the time we met, from that moment the flame was set. Blue eyes walk into my heart, never let you go. Let's be lovers tonight, in my dreams. Lovers tonight is how it seems. Hoping that your feelings are like mine. Let's be lovers tonight, tell me how you feel. I'm counting on you to make it real. I'm yours if you want me, don't hurt me now. And when I let you last night, and we said goodbye, hold you in my arms, never let you go. But soon I'll see you again, maybe it'll happen then. Hold you in my arms and never let you go. Let's be lovers tonight, in my dreams. Lovers for life is how it seems. Knowing that your feelings are like mine. Let's be lovers tonight, tell me how you feel. I counted on you to make it real. I'm yours now, you want me, don't hurt me now. Let's be lovers tonight, lovers for life. Knowing that you want me, don't let me go.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely beautiful, Dunk.
Thanks, mate.
Just a question for you. Do you think all those piano bars that you played back in the day, hundreds, thousands maybe, do you think that's maybe where you honed your craft for the love songs? 'Cause you had to create an atmosphere, right?
Absolutely, yeah. I used to, you sit in a piano bar, and we always say that piano players are, we watch the world go by, because we're sitting behind a piano for 6 hours, and we're watching people come in, get a drink, and sit down. And you can start imagining the conversations they're having as they're sitting at the bar, and some are arguing, and some are loving each other, and some don't talk to each other. And nowadays we're all on the phones, looking at the phone, that's the way it is. But, back then we'd also see the love in the room, and that would influence, I suppose, the love songs that I used to write. So it's interesting. I used to always have a muse for each song, I suppose. Quite often I'd meet someone, and that person would inspire me to write a song, not necessarily a girlfriend or someone I was in love with, but just the personality of that person would inspire a song. And actually Lovers Tonight is one of those songs. There was a girl I knew, she was a lovely person, and not that I ever had a relationship with her, but it just inspired that song. So there's often muses in my songs, and that was one of them. So.
Oh, fantastic. Great to hear a little bit of insight into how you come up with these amazing songs. And can you please play one of my favourites, The only thing I hate about this song is that it's not mine. So I'm not sure if you're ever going to sell it to me one day, but or I'll have to wait.
I might let you sing it one day. You can do a Duncan Wood cover.
Please. One of my favourites. Can you please introduce it and
Sure.
maybe how it came about?
Well, again, this one's called Moomoo Weight, and actually I've got about 4 or 5 songs with moon in it for some reason. I had a period of moon writing, but this song Moomoo Weight, it's sort of inspired by quite often people fall in love and they're waiting for that person, and the person who's waiting sometimes has to wait too long, and obviously you can't wait forever. So the idea behind the song is the moon will wait. Of course, as we know, the moon never waits. It always rises, it waxes, it wanes, it's changing all the time. So it's a bit of a juxtaposition that the moon will wait. So here I am waiting with the moon, waiting for the person that I'm in love with. So this is called Moon Will Wait. So I'll see if we can make it work.
Absolutely beautiful.
Thanks, mate.
Absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
And just one more question about that song. Like, love is kind of that thing sometimes, like a cake of soap, the moon rising, falling, can't quite get it. So what's your kind of take on love?
Love is a mixture of things. It's a kindred spirit. It's someone that you feel comfortable with and you can just be yourself with. And always remember God is love as well, so that's important. So love's a different thing for different people, but the essence of love is truly what it is. It's beautiful.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for coming and singing a few tunes for us.
No worries.
And let's head out for a nice little coffee. What do you reckon?
I'm ready for a coffee and a red wine.
Already? Why not? Let's do it.
Just do it. Thanks.
After hearing Duncan's backstory in the music industry as a musician and producer, we thought we'd head out to some of my favourite hangouts in Tamborine Mountain. The first stop is called The Manor. Most People know Tambourine Mountain is a beautiful place with its beautiful views, and it's beautiful on the outside, that's for sure. But it's the people up here that make it beautiful on the inside.
This is what they call the seedy part of town, just right here, as you can see by the characters in it.
Tambourine Mountain gets over 1.3 million visitors each year, and I love nothing more than hanging out in some of the cafes, pubs and restaurants that are on offer.
What's happening?
Got me a coffee.
Absolutely, it's nice coffee here.
Thank you.
Pretty much live here.
What's it called here again?
It's called the Manor.
Manor. It's a great building.
Dennis and Denise own it, and Shay's the son.
How old's the building?
The
Been here a while?
building is 1890.
Wow.
Double check that on the way out, but I think
So it's one of the early sort of settlers up here, eh?
Yeah, absolutely.
There's so many nice
Help each other
places
out.
and buildings up here on the mountain. It's fantastic.
Yeah,
It's such
well,
a
it's got
lovely.
like the history. This is pretty much as it was. You know, if you see the pictures on the way out, back in the 1800s, it's pretty much the same.
So they've got a great fireplace here. So
Winter's
it'd be awesome.
absolutely
Winter.
beautiful. Yeah.
It gets pretty cold up here, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
Just around about, I think last year was at 0, 1s, 2s around there. Usually around about 10 though, 9,
Just
10
enough for a
degrees.
fireplace. It'd be fantastic.
Absolutely.
Well, it's been great being up here. Thanks for having us.
Oh no, thanks for performing. It's been,
No, it was good.
Fantastic.
I'm looking forward to.
It's good to see you on the other side of the bar, so to speak. We're
Well,
so
it
used to
is.
seeing you behind doing all the producing, so to get you to see you sing was brilliant.
Fantastic. I enjoy it. I love singing. It's great. I love it. So
It's good to
love
see.
writing and singing. It's beautiful.
So, brilliant songs too.
It's just a pleasure to do it. So thanks
Yeah.
for having me. So look, Shay's got some.
I actually painted.
Look,
here we go.
yeah.
Well done,
Thanks,
Dave.
mate.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ooh, I'll go one of them.
Yeah, why not? We'll flog one before we go to the girls.
I'm having two.
A good trip too.
What are you going to say? You're going to say something?
No, when I got laid off work, like Shay's a mate of mine, he knew I was a bit wobbly because I didn't know what do you do all day. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't have a structure. So he said, come and paint the fence and I'll do a contra deal and we'll just add up the hours. You can have meals here or whatever. You know.
Fantastic.
So I spent about a month, just a few hours each day out the front. It was beautiful winter's days, so it was
So it wasn't
sunny.
so hot?
It was sunny, yeah, it was just beautiful. Yeah.
Fantastic.
You helped too, Terry, didn't you?
So you can add painting to your resume. Master
It
painter.
actually gets rougher as you go down. Because I was getting a bit sick of it, so by the end I was just slapping it on, I think so.
Yeah, don't tell him. I'm looking forward. We'll finish that coffee and look inside. Looking forward to it.
Have a look, I'll show you around inside.
Last chip.
It was great to show Duncan around my beloved hometown of Mount Tambourine, and I can't wait to have more artists on live at Sharpy's and show them around this magical place.